Hi everyone, Caro here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to this collective cartomancy reading with Katina's Desta cards. This is for the second half of August. I'm going to make a large spread now with this deck, and we will see some collective tendencies, and let's see how it is going to unfold. This is also of course a nice time to promote this deck as well, Katina's Desta cards, that I have been using in this channel for 6 years. It's a beautiful cartomancy deck and so unique. I have still one copy of it for those who would like to purchase one. By the end of the reading, I'm going to put a video for those who are interested to purchase. You can check that video. You will have all the information about this deck. Now, so excited. It's been a while since I haven't done a full Desta reading. I also use them as clarification cards, but they can be also actually they are designed to perform a reading with only this deck. So let's begin. So I have the 4 spirits cards here. We will pick one by the end of the reading in order to get advice. So they will be here, these 4 chants, they will be staying here, and we are going to look at them by the end of the reading. I will pick one of them. So okay, I need a significator, and maybe, no, not this one. Oh yes, we can use the Desta's white card. This is our significator card, a white card. It is going to represent our collective consciousness. So let's begin now with the theme we go through. So I will put one card here now, and here we have the north. We have one card to the south, one card to the west, and this is the east. So this is the future part, and also one card to the north, one card to the south, one card to the north, and also south. This is the subconscious influence, like the fears. These are what is more visible to us with regards to our wishes. So this is the past influences, the future influences. Again, past influences, future influences in our journeys. Another future influence, and this is a past influence. This method now I am putting the cards is called Tandridna method. So that's how we do our cards. And also there are also other spreads which can be practiced. For those who consider to purchase a deck, I also give you working sheets, and so it's a good way to practice also. So here we have now the last line. We will do the last line, one to the past, one to the future. Okay, and here to the future, and our last card. So no, actually we need to do, no, we are okay. Okay, we are okay with our spreads. We have done quite well. So let's begin with the central card, and let's see our oh, by the way, I want to add one more card, and we will be looking at it by the end of the reading. Okay. Now let me turn the central energy for us. Okay, so we have the camel cards, and let me get you. Let's make it a bit closer for you, so you can see the full, yes, spreads. Now, okay, here we have the camel here. Camel came reversed. Now, camel actually, there has been lately some conditions. Camel is a very important symbolism, and actually this is the animal of adaptation, because it has this resistance towards the hardest desert conditions, right? And it also carries its resourcefulness with it. So it carries that source of water within him. But it seems now here there is something here we cannot quite adapt as so it's like some changes happen, and it's like we are having hard time to adapt these changes. Some difficulties may be now kicking in. It may indicate some difficulties with regards to resourcefulness, and also there can be maybe some problems with finance. Now this is a period which actually requires patience. So lately some developments happened. We don't know how to adapt. So it's like seeing, you know, how am I gonna now adapt this? And it can be a time for many of people that they need the safety nets, maybe their savings, and maybe there has been some controversies. It is actually a time where your previous efforts for accumulation of resources may work for you. There can be also, for some of you, maybe people may go through some losses, loss of job, loss of money, or something with some hardships with creating, some difficulties in the relationships with regards to financial resources or separation of those resources. So we are having, it seems, some hard time to adapting this change. Of course, the worst thing would be to resist the change. Otherwise, we are going to feel that constant pressure. But in order to not to feel that pressure that much, we need to be adapt to the changes. Though what we crave for, we have Zara here, just at the top of our head. This is a wish, which means we want just simply new beginnings. And anything fresh. Zara is a great card to have just here at the top. We just want this new beginning. We want things to get, it's not even like, how do they say, maybe things, hope will be better kind of thing, but we simply want the new beginning there. Fresh things, like brand new things, like we want to end to all our conflicts and difficulties. It's also the wish of, I want this brand new life. I wanna stop like to suspect or what will be tomorrow. I don't want to talk about this. This type of thing. And this is also talks about a great true love, and also when the love or that solidarity makes difficulties fade away, when you have that special someone with you. This can be also like to catch passion in life once again, and actually to want what would it take to form the foundations of true love, passionate love. We want that. We are actually trying to adjust new foundations to our lives here. But let's see a fear here. The fear is the star reverse. So the fear is, what if we cannot actualize them? The star. What if we cannot actualize them? What if everything is for us like imagination? What if we will self-sabotage and not achieve our dreams? What if it goes all wrong and we can't achieve? So it's like that fear, and we wanna have like that sense of future. At least we wanna know how would be the expansion of our now. I'm not gonna say it future, but the expansion of our now, how it would be. So we have actually a bit fear from what is to come and the future with the reverse star. And what if I can't reach it? So we are actually here. We want to make all the new beginning and possible adaptation, but our eyes are, it seems, in the future. Actually, here the collective is fixating on themselves to a particular outcome, which may actually sabotage the process, because they can pretty much make small steps. Of course, it can all start with the adaptation first, and then slowly see opportunities in that difficulties and creating the brand new beginnings that they want. In the past, so let's find out. So Atamdava we have now. This is a woman actually who is very passionate, but she thinks that she's the center of the world and the world is spinning around her. This can be a woman who is like buying too much, spending too much, a bit wasteful. So like buying things that they don't need, and then not spending things that they really actually need for, but useless things. In love it can be a bit, in love also there can be some disappointment with love, and here we are finding ourselves like actually with small maybe damages that we have get in love, and affecting the way that we set our habits. Okay, I think here in the past there has been some conditions which is affecting people's habits. There can be also some selfish tendency towards things, thinking oneself too much, but also this is like the collective putting their wants before their needs, but not putting their needs before their wants. Okay, and then consecutively making them a bit upside down. So let's see a future card now. Okay, so we have the broom here. The broom talks about some arguments. Some arguments are coming, some maybe quarrels, some fights with people around us due to some bad choices it can be, or the female energy can be argumentative, like this adaptation phase may be a bit loud, okay, for some people. You may not take the approval of some people, or you may want to make the change and adaptation, but there is like a resistance to it from the other people around you. It can be in a situation where actually you want to pick and get allies for yourself. So the change with the hopes, with the new beginning, maybe changing the habits, some habits are not working obviously, maybe is getting some kind of opposition there. And we have also Caliph here, the horse. Now Caliph here is another horse, and it usually gives that aggressive tone in the reading. It may also talk about aggressive man or masculine figures who are aggressive. So over the female energy, so maybe the feminine energy, as they do not grasp their true needs. There was some kind of aggressive tendency, hurtful tendency coming maybe from man, and I feel here some indecisions, and like a person actually, if they can act in a proper way, it's gonna be beneficial for the future, but cannot act in a proper way due to a pressure of a male here, and then causing some kind of quarrel later. It can be here there can be also a separation energy. So separation for men, for instance, it can be separation from the woman that they love, and it's like also in terms of love matters, it's the separation energy, and let's see like how destiny will likely to decide for us kind of thing. But in the near future there is a quarrel, but the person actually all wanna have a brand new beginning here, but also cannot escape from the this broom's influence, bringing some quarrel. So things are a bit like bumpy, if I have the true word for this. It can be bumpy. Okay, so the next message here, let's see a wish. Actually, we want that aggression or some kind of anger stop in our lives with these cards. We have the mouse. Oh, something has been stolen here. So maybe the quarrel is about we have the mouse, so something is lacking here. It's never enough. It feels lacking. We want things like back, and it's like there is a leak or a hole like in a cup, and it's leaking, and it is like a losing resource, and we don't want to lose things anymore, lose time with quarreling, lose our resources. We don't want a person's bad mood, aggression to prevent our new beginning. But we are actually pretty much aware of the fact that this aggressiveness is actually hindering the new beginning here. And it's like we always have to discuss and get into conflict or quarrel here with a person. As a fear, we have the sun. We sometimes actually, as the collective, fear to be happy. It's like so long things wasn't going well, and it's again something become habitual, like unhappiness becomes habitual. We have the star and the moon side by side. This is beautiful because this is actually everything like outside ourselves, distant to us. And the happiness also seems to be a bit distant. I mean, the fear of it. But even like when it is like so close, we will have fear to be happy even. Because people are so long like in the same setup and mood, and things were just so long was in a state of detriment. It's like we are having hard time to prepare ourselves to what future would like for us, would seem for us. But the star and the sun, our happiness, our joy, our vitality, comes in the fear section, that we have fears like not achieving it. Another here, a past fear, we have the fish. The fish and the caliph together may indicate an enemy here actually. So if there is some kind of an enemy or error or oppressor, again something adverse to our development, this is also the fish is indicating if I'm gonna run away from them, like run away from that enemy kind of thing. So here actually in the collective memory, at times there were times we were very much afraid also to choose between two things. There were things that we were afraid to make some decisions. We wanted to avoid defeat, but it's like to make a decision maybe was risking about things. So we were like, even we know what is right or wrong, we were a bit postponing to choose it, because then it's like our decision will cause some kind of a battleground for us, like we will feel like we cannot be in this battle. So rather than staying in that habitual zone, cannot make any changes. But actually we had some opportunities to choose in the past. It's like we have postponed our happiness. Now, in the past, let's see what happened. Now, I talk about some difficulties with the camel reverse card, resources, finances. I said some difficulties with resourcefulness. But in the past, again, there was an opportunity, money, goods. So there was something very fertile here, very abundant. But Atamdeva can represent overspending of them, or again losing these resources, and consecutively having hard time now with financial difficulties. But that something was abundant in the past. In the future, this card though, we have happiness. So the flowers indicates here, after a quarrel, we are going to have really, or a discussion, we will have the happiness of leaving something behind. Like what we thought like will gone from us, or will go, or we will lose it, is actually seeing we haven't lost that much of it. Because here I feel it's like there is the energy is like under a lot of stress. And at times for people it feels very overwhelming. But it's that saying, it's like to be in some kind of a Eight of Swords state, like in tarot. Actually, you have options, you just need to see it. But we were so much stayed with the blindfold, we couldn't see our options, we didn't think that there was a way, like everything is far away from us. It's like a spasm we had, like spasm in actions. But actually there is some kind of a fresh breath here with the flowers. And let's see here now another card. In the past there was some type of period where we were trusting actually time will solve everything. Time will heal everything. Time will be the ultimate answer to our questions. And by time, it's going to be better. But here, Atamdeva and the reverse caliph is making the energy a bit, we were taking something too much for granted. That's the problem here. We were taking something too much granted. And when we come to some the first crisis is actually making us like stuck. Now here then there is a bit review of our thinking, how we were actually in the past. Now in the future we have Parsandra. Okay, so in the future there is a woman here, Parsandra. Actually, this Parsandra represents a woman that may fear in the fear section of the collective. It represents the toxic femininity, who always bringing analysis paralysis to people, taking down their moods, leading them in the wrong way. So, or it can be like the fear of having this inner chatter, if I'm gonna like sabotage myself. Parsandra may also represent third-party influences to relationships, like the appearance of a third person or to our relations, one-on-one connections, or that third opinion which is not really asked, but people seeing like entitlements in themselves to state that. So it's that we try to actually here maybe create a boundary for this type of people, which is actually like a threat to your sovereignty within you. So this Parsandra here energy is like having, you know, it's that type who sees themselves some kind of entitlement to say everything and sabotage everything. Okay, so there is this type of a fear of toxic femininity. And in the past, wow, this site seems very interesting with also Muzur. We had a lot of patience for something. We had a patience for actually things that we had so much like had to cope with something, but it's like not enough. It's like spotting out those names who has been threatening and see that entitlement in themselves. We were like actually so tolerant in the past, but it's like now people will call out their names and gonna put some boundaries with maybe with these people. So we have the tomb. There were some conclusions, some endings in the past. So knowing that we have moved forward actually by knowing that some things has ended. And from what it has ended, it was maybe always a difficult beginning. So this brand new beginning with the Zara is now want to be achieved after a conclusion that we have reached in the past. The tree here is about our health. So that there can be some good health news, by the way. health news with people. There can be some good health news, something with vitality gets better, some family developments. The things that we had here, we have a good influence of our mental health of the collective with the tree, because of living things to time. It's like we want to make a new beginning. Yes, there are difficulties, but we don't want some kind of a bump or that artificial threat or bump in our road. Knowing that there was a time being wasteful with the resources, it's like not wanna making the same mistakes again. The things that has been taken granted won't be taken granted again. So there is this definitely change in the viewpoint. And the female figure turned to now be Dastar. So Dastar here is a working hard woman. So the feminine energy here is actually concentrating on their job, work, their daily schedules, daily routines. Socialization even can be a bit limited with Dastar, but plenty of that safety network we have, that people surrounding ourselves with people we trust, and always having this conversation with. So here there is a more responsible in the feminine energy. I haven't seen the masculine yet. Masculine is not in the reading, that though we have the masculine cards. It's like the collective influence are very much having this impact from the female energy, it seems. So in the past we had a friend. The conclusion was with regards to this friend. So in the past there were some friendships had ended, it seems, or there was a friendship we so much wanted, but it has ended. So the friendships, there are some things here actually we wanna be like around, maybe with particular people, but there are some social differences with people or something with compatibility. So that we can't be with them, or we cannot include them, or we cannot get included their network. There is something here with the social circle and friends. We have the reverse book. This is like the reverse book is the truth even, but you learn it a bit later time and it becomes a bit painful. The painful truth about a friend, which has brings some closure, but for some of us this can be even some people, maybe there was a friend who has passed away, and it's like a person you love who has passed away. You learn it later and it came to you maybe later with the news. It was painful, but with the hashishir, with the poppy flower card, it's like by time the pain will like ease with new things and circumstances kind of thing. But here maybe some of us have been through some loss. But this Caliph energy with all these aggressiveness, horses can be also male figures, by the way. So the feminine energy is not taking themselves to the top, like their wish is not about themselves, but with masculine here maybe. So in the future, let's see. Okay, so we have the Hesse. Hesse now as a horse may represent of course male figures, but it can be also things that we may feel a bit embarrassed. We may feel like, you know, if we do that, how the other person will respond. If we say that, how they will react to us. Is that a bit insecurity? Not sure about how to approach to someone. Plus it can be a person's there can be someone that we may want to ask help but a bit shy about that, but knowing that they are like the only person we can turn to, so we have some considerations about this. So in the past, the cross and the tomb is really a painful ending again, a painful fact. There was some type of a loss there. And what was that about? A Siranta with a mother figure. With a mother figure or a family figure, or a female friend. Or there are some family relationships. Maybe some extended family. There has been some instances with them, it seems. I feel here there are people that we were like very different, socially, maybe economically. I feel here like a social environment that a person cannot get in, like because it has a particular standard, and it's like how to arrange that social circles environment. Maybe fight with a friend with regards to that social setting. With the mother figures, there can be some situations here. Let me see. We have still the Emerald card. This is about like having something small but being very happy about it, not wanting so much, but then noticing its ephemeral nature, and when it gets lost, how to like recover again, like to find it again, kind of thing. I do feel. Let me see. There is going to be some communication here with a friend, maybe, or someone who has like from maybe family, extended family, but the communication can come to us in an indirect way. But if this person has like passed away in the past, we may find some documents or news coming about them. My condolences, by the way, if you have lost a person. The ship. Finally, the brand new beginning. Finally, the new horizon. It's like we try to like make things settled. Communications are sorted. We do not want to be like staying in a place or that social circle we wanted to be in. Some friends have gone. There was this wasteful time, overindulgent time maybe, and with the masculine energy there wasn't the good compatibility, but it's like now coming out of this spasm, that Eight of Swords energy, and let's find out what is happening in the future. We have the Moon reverse. This is good. The worries can really end. And we have a marriage here, engagement, commitments, marriages, or higher commitments. They will exist in our lives if only we can take some risks and making changes there. However, there can be some new job offers, relocation even. It's that uncharted waters that we haven't stepped before. You may even go and live in a different city to work. You may think that marriage or commitment like can be secondary to you, but this doesn't mean that it is not gonna exist. It's gonna exist there. Or it can be a person like living in a different city. You maybe have to move with them in order to engage, to be with them in a different city. It can be maybe the difficult financial situations, now you are slowly sorting that out. It can be. Oh, Mida here, another feminine energy. Now, funny enough, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't have any masculine cards. The masculines are all stayed in the deck. Masculine energy, the horses may of course be masculine energy, but they are here existing energetically, not as portraits like the females. Feminine energy in the collective is really, let's say, running the show. Mida is about to be homebody and to live in a space that you really like. It can be purchase of home, by the way. It can be due to the financial difficulties, cancellation of purchasing home, but rather maybe finding it in other locations. It can be. The feminine energy try to set their life here, I do feel. It's about also being independent. There are a lot of female figures here, but in the end, the cards are not giving some kind of a settlement in one place. The cards are like, after sorting things out with the past, with the losses, with the family, with the what was gone, are we like stop looking for it, but rather than feeling more gratitude with our health and what we have at hand. So what has been lost is lost. It's like we don't want it again. This is a new building energy. It's gonna build new commitments in our lives. So here at the center, the fear of like being happy is actually deciding and choosing to be happy in the end, turns out to be. So the fears are gone, and figures who are like showing, seeing entitlement in themselves to talk about your life or choices is also stay here behind. But the ring here, there can be some cancellation in things, like a commitment may be secondary to us. Actually the changes we want to do may have more primary primal influences there. Let's also get before and after tarot. So I wanna get before tarot for the past and after tarot. Oh, sorry, after tarot and before. To the past we get before tarot, now we get after tarot, because this one feels like it's like we have been like in a battle with everything. And now it's like we are like sitting on the throne and win this victory. It's like someone has won the victory on behalf for us, and it's like we are having the benefits of it. The sword of justice here is so, there is a butterfly at its tip. You know, things that has been taken for granted in the past has caused a lot of trouble here later. It's like there is no easy victory here, but in order to be like more clear about our wants and needs, it seems we had to given some battles with the Knight of Swords there. And now it's like for the future we will like feel more comfortable for the things that we did and won that battle, and it's like a more comfortable state of being, like facing to a direction where it's not going to be like cloudy anymore. This is also a private energy. In the future, there is a lot of private energy for the collective. There's actually, I see here people who does not want to be around people, but concentrating on their life, being private, being selective with our life choices is coming here. Being very selective, picky from now on with things. What you gonna allow to your inner life, to your inner circle? Who gonna allow? You are, I think, here developing a relationship with yourself. There can be also people here that we are fortunate enough to meet, where they will tell things to us exactly how it is. I feel here with the swords energy there is going to be this razor sharp minds and maybe tongue use even, because Queen of Swords is this is actually a divorce energy, because Queen of Swords does not indicate marriage. The ring is in the fear, subconscious based section. So here a woman is like canceling that ring, like choosing to be like more independent, I do feel. I feel here after leaving the Knight of Swords energy, with all that also overthinking, with that argumentative state of being, that forceful energy, I think we are like shifting our focus from more, rather than our environment, to ourselves. And it's like we will be more in peace with something that we have so much postponed. Like we will be more peaceful with this idea, or now this new connections. Again, a queen has appeared among all these feminine court cards. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me in this test reading. I hope you enjoyed it. By the way, I was already forgetting. I was almost forgetting. Let's get a spirit card. We have Selena here as the advice. This is about literally building a life, and not to rush about it, but adding a stone each day to what we have built yesterday. So it's like a new construction period for our lives in the long term. So this is what people, it seems, will be working upon, and we as collective. Thank you. If you are also interested to know about this deck that I have used, here there is a link, there is a video I will link. You can click and watch it, because I am explaining the deck. So if you would like to purchase one, let me know. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please take good care. Friends of Tarot Solar Sun Studio. Bye for now.